Hello to all the amazing parents out there, navigating the beautiful but sometimes challenging journey of parenthood. We know that every day brings a new adventure, and we're here to support you through it all. One of the most common challenges that we all face is establishing a healthy sleep schedule for our little ones, especially when they are 2 years old. It's a time filled with curiosity and exploration, making bedtime a bit of a mission. We understand how important sleep is for your toddler's physical growth, cognitive development, and overall well-being. It's the fuel that keeps their little engines running and their imaginations soaring. That's why we've put together this video. Our aim is to share some practical, tried and tested tips that can help you manage your toddler's sleep schedule more effectively. Remember, you're doing a great job, and we hope this video will provide some useful tips to make your journey a bit easier. Firstly, it's important to understand your toddler's sleep needs. Just like adults, sleep is a fundamental part of a toddler's life, but unlike us, their sleep requirements are a little more demanding. Experts in pediatric health and development recommend that toddlers between the ages of 1 and 3 years old need about 12 to 14 hours of sleep in a 24-hour period. This includes nighttime sleep and naps during the day. Now, you may be wondering, why so much sleep? Well, sleep plays a critical role in your toddler's growth and development. During sleep, their bodies are hard at work, growing, repairing tissues and cells, and even boosting their immune systems. But it's not just about physical growth. Sleep is also crucial for your toddler's brain development. It aids in cognitive functions such as memory, attention, and learning. A well-rested toddler is more likely to be alert, curious, and ready to explore their world, which is essential for their overall development. Moreover, sleep has a significant impact on a toddler's mood and behavior. We've all experienced a grumpy toddler who didn't get enough sleep. But it's more than just about avoiding tantrums. Adequate sleep can enhance your toddler's mood, making them more positive, cooperative, and even boosting their social skills. And let's not forget, good sleep habits now can set the foundation for healthy sleep patterns in the future. Yes, establishing a good sleep routine for your toddler can be challenging, but it's worth the effort. So as you can see, sleep is not just about rest and rejuvenation. It's about growth, development, mood, behavior, and future health. It's a complex yet integral part of your toddler's life. Understanding your toddler's sleep needs is the first step to establishing good sleep habits. The next step? Creating a sleep-friendly environment, which we'll dive into in the next scene. Until then, remember, sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity, especially for your growing toddler. A sleep-friendly environment can significantly improve your toddler's sleep quality. Indeed, these words ring true for all of us, not just our little ones. So how can you transform your child's sleeping space into a sanctuary that encourages sweet dreams? Here are some practical tips. Firstly, let's talk about room temperature. Just like Goldilocks, your toddler's room shouldn't be too hot or too cold, but just right. A cool room can help your child fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Aim for a temperature between 60 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the sweet spot for most people. Next, consider the lighting. While it may seem counterintuitive, complete darkness can be intimidating for some toddlers. A soft night light can provide the perfect balance, offering a sense of security without disrupting sleep. Opt for a warm light rather than a cool one, as cooler light can interfere with the production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. Noise, or rather the lack of it, is another crucial factor. While total silence is ideal, it's not always feasible, especially in a bustling household. White noise machines can be a godsend in these situations. They produce a consistent, soothing sound that can drown out disruptive noises and lull your toddler to sleep. When it comes to bedding, make sure it's comfortable and appropriate for the season. Avoid heavy, dense materials that can cause overheating. Instead, opt for breathable fabrics like cotton that can help regulate your child's body temperature. Lastly, don't overlook the power of familiar and comforting objects. A favorite blanket, stuffed animal, or even a piece of mom's clothing can provide a sense of security and make the sleep environment more inviting. Creating a sleep-friendly environment is about more than just aesthetics. It's about fostering a space that supports and encourages healthy sleep habits. It's about making sure your child feels safe, secure, and comfortable. It's about setting the stage for a good night's sleep, night after night. Remember, a calm, quiet, and comfortable space can work wonders for your toddler's sleep. So take the time to create an environment that not only looks good, but feels good too. After all, sleep is a precious commodity, and it's one that your toddler and you deserve. A consistent bedtime routine can signal to your toddler that it's time to sleep. These words hold immense truth, and in the next 2 minutes, we'll uncover how you can establish such a routine. Firstly, setting a fixed bedtime is crucial. This doesn't simply mean the time your little one hits the pillow, but also the time you start winding down the day's activities. For example, if your toddler's bedtime is 8 o'clock, start the routine at 7:30. This gives you and your child ample time to transition from the day's hustle and bustle to a calm and peaceful night. Next, consider the activities that form part of this routine. One of the most time-honored traditions is reading a bedtime story. This not only fosters a love for reading, but also provides a comforting and familiar activity that signals to your toddler that it's time to sleep. Choose stories that are soothing and not too stimulating to ensure they don't rouse your child instead. In addition to reading, incorporate calming activities that help your child relax. This could be a warm bath, gentle stretching, or even a quiet game. Keep the lights dim and the environment quiet during this time to create a serene atmosphere. Remember, the routine doesn't have to be rigid. It's more about creating a pattern of events that your child associates with bedtime. You know your toddler best, so feel free to include activities that work for you and your family. And finally, consistency is critical. Try to keep the routine the same every night, even on weekends. This will help reinforce the sleep cues and make the bedtime process smoother. Of course, there will be exceptions, but aim for consistency as much as possible. In conclusion, establishing a consistent bedtime routine involves having a fixed bedtime, reading a bedtime story, and doing relaxing activities before bed. It's all about creating a series of predictable, calming events that help your toddler understand that it's time to sleep. Consistency is key. Make bedtime a relaxing and enjoyable experience for your toddler. Nighttime wake-ups can be challenging, but there are ways to handle them effectively. When it comes to those midnight awakenings, it's all about finding a balance. Yes, your toddler needs comfort, but they also need to learn how to self-soothe. Here's a strategy that might help. When your little one wakes up in the middle of the night, resist the urge to pick them up immediately. Instead, reassure them with your voice. A gentle shh or a soothing, "It's okay, go back to sleep," can work wonders. Now, if the crying persists, it's okay to go in, but keep your interaction minimal. You want to comfort your toddler without fully waking them up. Keep the lights off, your voice soft, and avoid engaging in any form of play. This is not the time for giggles and tickles. It's sleep time. Once they're calm, try to encourage them to go back to sleep on their own. This might mean putting them back in their bed while they're still awake, but drowsy. It can be tough, but remember, the goal is to help them learn to self-soothe and fall asleep without your assistance. And if your toddler insists on a drink of water or a trip to the bathroom, keep it quick and fuss-free. Try to get them back to bed as soon as possible. If you're consistent, over time, your toddler will understand that nighttime is for sleeping, not for activities. It's also crucial to reinforce positive sleep associations. If your toddler manages to go back to sleep on their own, praise them in the morning. Let them know that you're proud of them for sleeping through the night. This positive reinforcement can motivate them to repeat the behavior. Remember, it's normal for toddlers to wake up at night. The goal is to help them learn to soothe themselves back to sleep. Yes, it can be a process, and yes, it requires patience. But with consistency and understanding, you'll both get the restful night's sleep you need and deserve. You've made it to the end of our journey today, and we hope you found these tips helpful. We've covered quite a bit of ground, haven't we? We started by understanding your toddler's sleep needs. Remember, every child is unique, and it's essential to tune into their individual needs. We then moved on to creating a sleep-friendly environment. This is crucial as it sets the stage for a peaceful night's rest. Next, we delved into the importance of establishing a consistent bedtime routine. Repetition and predictability can work wonders in signaling to your toddler that it's time to wind down. Finally, we touched on handling nighttime wake-ups, a common challenge for many. Patience and consistency are key here. We know that parenting is a vast sea of trials and triumphs. It's tough, but remember, you're not alone. And with these sleep tips, we hope you and your toddler can enjoy a good night's sleep. Before we say goodbye, remember that it's okay if things don't go perfectly. The important thing is to keep trying and stay consistent. But don't worry, you're not in this alone. We're here to help, and we'll continue to provide you with actionable parenting tips. So stay tuned for our next video, where we'll explore more parenting strategies. Until then, sleep tight, sweet dreams, and remember, every small step you take is a big leap for your toddler's development. See you in our next video.